Gentlemen, it's your boy back at it again for the final game. It's the finale. It was a nice send off, man. It was Anthony Samanelli. What's going on, man? It was nice to forget about draft positioning, forget about and all the hoopla of this, that, and the third. It was just nice to finish the season on a nice high note. Simple. You know what I'm saying? And what a classy organization that we're from. Although we don't have a great recent history of winning, but one thing that I can say that stands out about this Buffalo team is and the fans is that we embrace the players that show love to the city, to the team, to the culture, to the whole thing, man. And I got to start off by saluting one of the goats, man. He's gonna go down as one of the goats in Buffalo. Um, 13 years. I mean, sometimes I stress out. Sometimes like, yo, how do people do 30 years working in one place? You feel me? And 13 years in one place is legendary, man. Kobe Bryant. I mean, one of the goats. You know what I'm saying? If not the goat. 20 years in one place. You know what I'm saying? And freaking MLB guys do it. So to have our own guy do it for 13 years, doing it his home way, and at least making the playoffs once in his career, so at least he knows what that felt like, that was dope. You know what I'm saying? And he came back, and that little bit of knowledge, I don't want to say a little bit, that knowledge that he's passed on to some of the guys around our team, respect. You got to give respect, man. So Kyle Williams, that boy is going to be missed, man. 95, ain't nobody going to rock 95 like Kyle Williams. I mean, Sam Adams did it pretty damn good, I gotta say. But Kyle Williams really took over, man. 95 that's a special number. I wouldn't be surprised if they say, yo, nobody's rocking that 95 ever again. I wouldn't be surprised because that boy, he came with it. He came with it. So you got to give respect to my guy Kyle Williams, man. And yo, that boy has wheels though, man. They give him a ball in the flat. He was rumbling. I was hoping that he was gonna lower the shoulder or maybe hurdle one of them cats, but you just never know sometimes, man. You just want to catch that ball and just go right down. So it goes, and that's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes. So welcome each and every one of you guys to the live show. This is it, man. This is the final game of the season. And what a way to go out. And I'm gonna drop this on you guys because I think it's necessary that you guys understand this. But how long have I been saying, and a lot of people have been saying, man, completion percentage doesn't matter. Completion percentage doesn't matter. My guy, Josh Allen, and I'm gonna give some credit to someone that you guys are gonna be surprised that I'm giving credit to. But my guy, Josh Allen, 17 for 26, 224 yards, 8.6 average per pass. You know what I'm saying? Total of 5 touchdowns today. I think is the best game he's played all year. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part is he's got so much room for improvement. So much room for improvement. That's encouraging. I'm telling you, it's mad encouraging. But here's the thing. You're going to be like, yo, what are you talking about? I'm talking about the percentage. I'm telling you right now, the game plan, and I'll give Dable his credit on this one. It looks like he said, all right, here's what we're going to do. Instead of us always, trying to find the deep route, we're going to work the intermediate routes. We're going to hit the 7 to 10 yards, and it was working. You know what I'm saying? Hitch. At the beginning of the game, they gave a beautiful hitch pass to Robert Foster. Took it in. No, excuse me. It was Zay Jones. Took it in for a nice 12-yard gain. Easy. It's an easy completion. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Easy completion. You're doing 2 things. You're warming up your receiver. Multiple things, actually. You're warming up your receiver. You're warming up your quarterback. And you're moving the sticks. Why not take the easy route? My gosh, man. I've been only preaching that since the beginning, but man, no, percentage ain't nothing but a number. It's not just about the numbers. It's decision making, man. You see that the cornerback is off, zing, it's there. But it took Dable 16 weeks to figure that shit out. You feel me? But better late than never. You feel me? So I'm telling you right now, it was good to see, and it was evident. See what he was over 60% completion, and had his best game of the season. Now, do those two things, 3 things correlate? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Because you throw them 50%, 47%, it tells me you're not having a very good day. You feel me? But the fact that he was able to, the game is slowing down for him. He's hitting middle passes in the middle. And then what ends up happening is the defense now has to say, shit, we can't just play deep all day. We got to actually respect these receivers that are catching these 7 yards and 8 yards. Because guess what? Third down becomes much more manageable. Speaking of third downs, how did we do on third downs today? Let me tell y'all. We went 5 for 11. 5 for 11 on third down efficiency. We went 4 for 4 in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? That's 4 touchdowns. 4 for 4 in the red zone. So don't tell me that decision making and completion percentage and all those things don't make a difference, because it does. Because when you're completing these 6 to 7 to 8 yard routes, guess what? 2nd and 2, much easier. Your playbook, you can dive into your playbook. You know what I mean? 3rd and 3, you can manage those, man. These 3rd and 19s, these 3rd and 12s, it makes it much challenging, right? When you're trying to hit the home run every time, it makes it less more desirable. It makes it tougher to manage things, man. So I just want to give y'all some of that insight. Pierre Gabbert, what's going on, my guy? I just want to give you a little bit of insight on that, because people want to keep hating on percentages and all that stuff. Yes, it is a number, but it comes down to, can you read the field? Can you read defenses? Can you make good decisions? Because the good decisions that you make give you easy completions, and it takes your offensive coordinator to devise a game plan. And today it was a good plan. It was a good plan. So I'll give him that. It just feels good when we beat a division rival. I don't like the Finns. You know what I'm saying? They're the least hated team. I hate the Jets. I got no love for the Jets, and I despise the Patriots. So whenever we beat these fools down, whenever it's a fish fry, you feel me? You know what I mean? I'm good. I feel great. Josh Allen, total 5 TDs though. 5 TDs. You feel me? And what I loved about the 5 TDs is that people don't realize it. I mean, people do realize it, but Allen is not that sneaky athletic. He's not sneaky athletic. That boy is straight athletic. When you, as a quarterback, drop back, slide, your bum hits the ground, you can get back up and run for 19 or run for 12. Your boy is athletic. My guy rolled out right. This is his last rushing touchdown that he ran for like 20 odd yards. Rolls right, and he's jogging. He's jogging. The minute he's a seam, burners came on, and he was gone. Just on the sideline too, when he ran for that long gain on the sideline, the number 55 thought, "Oh, I got this guy. I'm gonna just tag him and push him out of bounds." Nah, man. Let me put the afterburners on, man. Let me press that X button. Gone. You feel me? R2. I'm out. So it's just good to see those little things right now. Now, I need to address something though, because a lot of people, the skirmish that happened when your quarterback likes to run a lot, you come to the realization that at any given play, when he's running and gunning and sliding, you're gonna get one of these guys that come in and kind of put the lumps on you. In comes Kiko Alonso. You remember Kiko, the legend of Kiko? Everybody loved Kiko when he was in Buffalo, right? Rookie of the year when he's with us, promising career. We thought we had it. And then we shipped him off, and the rest is history. So when Kiko comes back, you guys got to realize Kiko got torched last time for like 125 yards, 130 yards. Allen had his number. Like, he couldn't do anything about it. So he's like, you know what? Not today. You know what I'm saying? No mas. No mas. He doesn't want that. So my guy came in like a missile and dove without slowing down, and dove right into Allen. Now, he didn't really completely go for Allen, because he kind of laid off a little bit. Not even laid off. Most of the contact was with his own guy. But the fact that he didn't slow down, and he was coming in with reckless abandon, that's what got him booted out. But a lot of people are hating on him. They're hating on him. I mean, would you say I saw somebody say, I think it was that one of those cats from WGR. I don't know which one, Simon or Jeremy. I don't know which one. But one of them cats said, he needs to be out of the league. Settle down. Yo, some people just are too extra. Bring it down a little bit. Maybe he was just joking, but that garbage can't be here. He needs to be out of the league. Settle down, big fella. You'll be all right. Just go have a cold shower. You'll be all right. Come back and join us again. Anyway, by the way, there's 100 people in this bitch. What's going on? If you guys are in this room, you know what to do. Just click the thumbs up, show your boy some love, and come back to the room, and let's keep it rocking. So Was Kiko Alonso wrong for how he came in? Did he ease up? Did he deserve to be booted out of the game? That's number one. Was it a dirty move? Was he being malicious? Did he do that on purpose? I want to know what y'all think about that, because there's some up and downs. Because some people say, man, you shouldn't have ejected him. You could have gave him a penalty and just kept him moving. But did he deserve to be ejected? That's what I'm wondering. I'm just curious what you guys thought. Somebody just said, Nicholas Roberto says, announcer hurt my ears today. Golly, those announcers, it's not even the dude. The dude wasn't as bad. He said some crazy things, but that lady, yo, I mean, listen, it's not even just the lady. There's some guys that are just pure horrible. And they're just not good at their job. And then you have guys that are really, really good. This lady was like, hey, it's really nice to see Kyle Williams and go and search out Cameron Wake, because they've been going at it for years. Lady, they are not going up against one another. One's on defense, the other one's on defense. You tripping. You straight tripping. And then she says something like, oh, Kyle Williams with the fumble recovery. Boy, Kyle Williams was on the side. He was on the sideline. That's Trent Murphy. Yo, there was a bunch of blemishes. Hold on a second, folks. I got my daughter in my ear. What is up? Huh? I think Anaya called your name. Oh, yeah? Okay, but not right now. So tell mommy daddy's busy, okay? Close the door. So, anyway, but she's making just all these. I'm like, because it takes away from the game, because you're watching the game and you hear it and you're like, girl, stop. Like, what are you doing, man? You knock it off. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you gotta give everybody opportunities and chances. By the way, I can't let that go. I got my guy Bill Harvey throwing support every single week. My man is throwing support. I gotta show love, man. Bill Harvey, you're a real MVP, my guy. You're a real MVP. Support your Buffalo Fanatics by donating. Rico, no playoff tickets for you and the wifey this year to Jacksonville. Nah, it's not gonna happen, man. I remember that though. But maybe next year, hopefully our defense will take a step back. Won't take a step back with Kyle not being there. I can't see them taking a step back. I think we'll be pretty good. I think we'll still be pretty good. I think we still definitely need to address the DT positioning. Is Phillips ready? We'll never know. We're gonna see next year. Does he take a giant leap? Because those are big shoes to fill. Whoever is jumping in, those are big shoes to fill. So you gotta understand that. Pierre Gabbert just came in and donated. Rico with an amazing season had to end it with a donation. Here's a question: will Josh Allen rush for 1,000 next year? 3,000, 1,000, 30 total TDs. Hype beast. So Pierre is sitting there saying, will we have our first Buffalo Bills quarterback run for 1,000 yards, throw for 3,000 yards, and have 30 total touchdowns? That's a good question, because I said something in the group chat today, and it's to the point where you gotta. I don't want to say stop, but you almost have to question. Do you still want to know how many yards, Josh Allen passes for? Like, man, did he, because we're all waiting for that 300-yard game, that huge 300, 400-yard game. But maybe that's not in his game. Maybe he's a total yards guy. And I think that's how we're going to have to evaluate him. It's about total yards. Because right now, he had nearly 100 yards rushing today. I think he had like 95 yards rushing or 99 yards rushing and threw for 224 yards. Let me just get my facts straight. Yeah, 95 yards rushing and 224. So that's over 300 yards of total offense that my guy brings. So is that more valuable than having a guy that throws for 300 yards, 400 yards? Is one of those things where you got to think twice about that. But at the end of the day, I'll take it. My man Pummer just donated $4.99 and he says, fuck Kiko. Yo, not everybody's showing love to Kiko, man. There's no love for Kiko. Chris Matlock, I appreciate the donation, my G. I appreciate the donation from everybody, man. So let me just read some of the stuff that I got to get into, and I'm going to get into all your questions and concerns. By the way, there's 100 of y'all in this room. Y'all know what to do. Click that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to it, and then we'll keep it moving. So Josh Allen going 17 for 26, over 60% completion percentage. Was Rico right? Yeah, damn right Rico was right. Rico been telling y'all completion percentage Don't let people tell you it's not important. It is, because there are people that need to get in the mojo. You feel me? Like, you playing basketball, you go for like 1 for 30. Like, let me see if I can try to find a good analogy to kind of get things going, right? You know what? I'll use basketball. You got it. Like, once, if you take no shots, you taking no shots, and I'm gonna see if this works. I'm gonna see if this analogy works, because I'm doing it on the fly. Like, you got to get into a rhythm, is what I'm saying. Get into a rhythm. Fuck that. We're gonna go into being a running back. I played the running back position. Don't give me 6 carries and expect me to, you know what I mean, to ball out and have huge, because I need momentum. Start giving me a few carries here, a few carries there. Give me things that I'm good with. You know what I mean? Give me off tackle. Give me a sweep here. And then once I start kind of getting a feel for the defense, now let me be an athlete and do what I do. You feel me? So when you have a quarterback, and I think it's a better analogy. So when you have a quarterback that all he wants to do is go deep, the percentages are not very high for completions. It's not high. So take the ones that are easy, the easy dump off here, the easy check down here. You know what I mean? Give it, like, for instance, it was 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12. I think it was 3rd and 12. It was 3rd down. They dumped it off to LeSean McCoy. LeSean McCoy, makes you miss. 1st down. Move the sticks. Look how easy that was. You didn't have to make that much effort. It was just a flick of the wrist. You know what I'm saying? Flick of the wrist. And then you let the man do his work. It's that much easier. If Dable just understands that and gets this guy on board with that, because I know they're not letting Dable go. I know y'all know that I'm like, yo, get this guy out of here. I know they're keeping him. So guess what? It's not going to change. I'm going to be as hard as I was this year on Dable next year, because there's going to be no excuses. I know everybody's going to be like, yo, we can't have Dable. He's doing the same shit he did last year. 31st ranked offense, 31st in pass. We can't have that no more. I can't have that. We cannot. Anyway, so 95 yards rushing, 224, 8.6 average. Yo, my guy had a game today. And I said this 3 or 4 weeks ago, when I said we have a new best player on our team. And the torch wasn't passed. It was taken. Remember when I said that? I said Josh Allen said, nah, F that. I respect you, LeSean McCoy, but give me that shit. Run that shit. That's my shit now. I'm that dude. You feel me? Sometimes, we got to pass it over. Yo, you know what I mean? I'm the OG. I'm not that guy no more, so I'm going to pass it over to you. It's you. Nah, my man. Josh Allen said, nah. I respectfully take that shit from you. It's mine now. Like Debo. When Debo snatched that chain, you feel me? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Friday, you know what I mean? When he came in, everybody was like, yo, Debo coming, man. Yo, cover your shit up. My guy was like, nah. LeSean McCoy was like, nah, I got this, but I'm good. Josh Allen came through and said, run that. I'm the man now. And then now LeSean's kind of like frustrated, because the torch has been taken. I'm just putting it out there, man. I'm putting it out there. Are you now an Allen believer, Rico? I was never an Allen hater. You guys are tripping. Everybody thinks I'm some kind of Allen hater. I'm not an Allen hater. I was an Allen realist. Last game was a trashy game. And I was just calling it like it is. I can't stand fans that just want to be like everything's positive and honky-dory. Nah. Sometimes you just got to call things out for what they are. You still love your team. I still rock with my team no matter what. But I'm still going to be hard on them. Like today, I was talking about Matt Darr. I don't know about you guys, but Matt Darr was some trash. And he's been some trash the last 2 or 3 weeks. And I was like, yo, this guy's just not a good punter. But yet we cut Colton Schmitty to bring in Matt Darr. And some guys like, man, come on, Rico. Like, let's be positive. This has nothing to do with not being positive. I'm just stating the fact. That guy is not very good. He needs to go. It's just what it is. It's the fact. Am I talking shit? Because if I'm talking shit, let me put that doo-doo sign. You know what I mean? That duty emoji. If I'm talking real shit, put that flame, put that thumbs up, put the 100. I'm just saying, man, you just got to, when you love something, you got to be real with it, man. If your friend is effing up and he's doing some dumb stuff, you don't say, hey, man, I support you anyway. No, you're doing some dumb shit. Get your shit together. Smarten up. That's love. Don't you want that? Y'all would like a friend like me, man. I keep it real with you guys. Anyway, let's move to the defense, though. Let me tell you something. Tremaine Edmonds had a game today, man. Dude had 12 total tackles, but he had 11 solo tackles. 11 solo tackles today. He had 1 sack, and he had a sick one-hand interception. My guy is coming on. Now, there's a lot of people, including my guy Pierre, that says that the guy is going to be a star in this game, but he wants him moved to the outside. having Tremaine Edmonds to the outside, and we can draft or bring in a true middle linebacker. Some people don't feel that he's a good fit at the middle linebacking spot. I say you leave him there because that guy's a freak athlete. He will learn the game, and nothing better than a guy that can go sideline to sideline. When you have one guy that just stays on one side of the field, it's not that I'm not saying it weakens the other side of the field, but you want your best defender in the middle. That way he affects everybody, and he goes sideline to sideline like no other. So I gotta give Tremaine Edmonds credit. 12 tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception. My G, that guy, he came to play today, and we demoralized the Finns, man. They didn't want no smoke with us. The smoke, you don't want no smoke. Today wasn't the day. It was Kyle Williams' day. You know what I mean? So ain't nobody wants smoke with the Bills today. I'll tell you that right now. But it made me wonder though, because I saw a lot more juice from our players. So why did we have to wait till we had Kyle Williams leaving to have that juice? Bring the juice every day. See, that is where McDermott needs to have his guys bring the juice every day. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be the head coach of this team, have them motivated to bring the juice every day like they did it today, because that effort that we got today is what we need 24/7 from week 1 to week 16 and into the playoffs. And if we can do that, we're halfway there. We're already halfway there. That effort is everything. So Edmonds had a big game. Jordan Poyer had 9 tackles today. He was hyped today. Let me tell you something, man. Levi Wallace, I like a lot. I don't know about you guys, but are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Levi Wallace was tackling today. He was getting in the scrum. He was batting balls down. Levi Wallace, I think we found a gem in Levi Wallace. I'm telling you that right now. He's not a big boy, but he's lanky. He's long. You feel me? And I like Levi Wallace. That Levi Wallace pickup might be Chris Matlock. I got you. I'm gonna talk about Shaq Lawson. Don't you worry. That I have to give shout out to Levi Wallace, man. Levi Wallace played good, man. Listen, he had 8 tackles, solo tackles with 1 pass breakup, and he was shutting shit down today. So shout out to my guy Levi Wallace, man. That's a big pickup. This is what kind of bugs me about this organization, and I'll say Bean, because Bean has some great pickups that he's brought to this team in Foster, in Poyer. Actually, I'll give Poyer to our previous GM, but you got what do you call? You got Poyer, Wallace. You got Foster that he brought in. And there's a few others that I'm actually impressed with, and I like it. But then he's got some duds that he brings in, but Wallace is not one of them. You feel me? I like Wallace. One guy that I've been very critical of, especially at the beginning of the season, Doug Whaley. Thank you very much. I don't know why Whaley was in my mind, but if you guys are not familiar with how well Shaq Lawson has been playing, let me get my imaginary bowl. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my imaginary bowl, my back scratcher, because I gotta eat crow. I gotta eat crow because I was all over Shaq Lawson's ass saying you need to get him the F out of here because my boy is not motivated enough. He's not doing it, and he's been excellent the last 3 weeks. He's been excellent. Benko McCoy, I got you with Mike Love. Mike Love was a standout today as well. But you got to give love to these guys like Shaq Lawson. Shaq Lawson, dude, man, he's coming on, and he came on strong, especially today. He had 2 tackles, 2 sacks, and he had 2 quarterback hits. That's what we need, man. We needed that all year, man. Jerry Hughes was getting that action today. We just had everybody's number today. We had everybody's number. Pierre Gabbard says, could O-line be what's hurting Dable and the way he calls plays? O-line being so bad could be why Dable's having a ton of 2-man routes and 0 run game. It's an excellent point, and I will counter that point, because if you know that you don't have a great O-line, do you draw 5-step, 7-step drops to go deep when you know your O-line is not great? Or would you draw up 3-step drop, quick, get it out of your hands? You know what I'm saying? So the defense doesn't have time to get to you. How do you think guys like Aaron Rodgers, how do you think guys like Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, how do you think those guys survive in this league? Get the ball out of your hands. But when You get the ball out of your hands when you know how to read a defense. And when you know how to read a defense, you make good decisions. So thank goodness that we have a rookie that is learning and getting better, because he has been getting better steady every week and learning every week. By the way, shout out to my man Chris Bruton with a donation. Appreciate the work, my man. I appreciate the love that you guys give every week. That's love right there. But is the O-line a problem? Absolutely. Like today, there was a play. Wyatt Teller. A lot of people want to big up Wyatt Teller, but Wyatt Teller is he's a liability in the run game. He's not a very good run blocker. He isn't. Now, he's had some moments, but like a lot of times he's getting owned. The point of attack, when he's at the point of attack, he's getting jacked up, and he's jacked up and moved back into the pile. Pass blocking, excellent. He's a very good pass blocker, but when it comes to run blocking, not very good. Groy getting owned, not very good. John Miller, not very good. Like, I don't know what happened to John Miller, man. I don't know what happened. Maybe he's been asked the whole time, but he just wasn't great today, especially. We were just getting owned at the line. We were, man. And that's why we have guys like Josh Allen that are killing the game. But here's the thing, though. We need, for the type of line that we have and the production that we've been getting out of the run game, you need a guy like Chris Ivory that can just hit the hole and go. It's been a frustrating year for LeSean McCoy. And I hate to deviate from what the original question was. Is Dable affected by the O-line? Yes, of course he is. But it is his job to draw up plays that can take away from the deficiencies of the O-line. You want to be able to mask your O-line's deficiencies. You don't give them 5 to 7 yard drops for your quarterback, knowing full well that these guys are not very good. You feel me? Draw up plays that allow you to be in positive position. And that's the way I look at it. But yes, he was definitely affected by the lack of O-line. So guess what? This offseason, you know good and well that Dable and McDermott and Bean all have to get together. I'm not saying a certain someone's name, because I think that person should be gone in Juan Castillo, but that's just me. I'm just saying those three need to get together and really put out a game plan and find people. We already have a tunnel to Alabama. So you know what? Jonah Williams, if you guys can scoop up Jonah Williams and bring him in and move Deion Dawkins over to left guard, you know what I'm saying? Maybe right guard. I don't know, but something's got to give. Something's got to give. Rico saw the game just like me today. Kudos, Levi, Wyatt, etc. Finally learning from the Kingpin. Boy, you better stop. Y'all people think, well, Rico doesn't watch the film. Boy, I watch. I just don't break it down like others, man. I do it my own unique, you know what I mean, ghetto ass way. But it is. All it takes is an Android phone, my TV, and here we go. So shout out to the defense today. They came out to play. We looked legit today, man. But I mean, we had a little extra motivation. So that's what's dope. Third down percentage, 5 for 11. We went 4 for 4 in the red zone. That's excellent. That is tremendous. We took advantage of the turnovers. Not compared to last week or 2 weeks ago. We were getting the turnovers, but we weren't doing anything. We were just flubbing everything, man. Today we took advantage of it. Dable woke the hell up. I guess he took some smelling salt. You know what I'm saying? And said, oh shit, let me wake up. I guess he phoned up Larry Fitzgerald and said, yo, pass me that smelling salt. Let me use that shit. Cause I'm saying, man. Cam Carr, yo, I F with you heavy. Keep it up. 2000 our year. Yo, 2019 is our year. Cam Carr, respect my G. Yo, each and every one of y'all, man, respect for real, man. I got 137 people watching in this bitch. Shout out to each and every one of y'all. I'm just saying, man, I think Buffalo Fanatics is one of the best, if not the best, Bills channel out there. And it's because of y'all that we are where we are, man. So keep rocking with your boy. Keep rocking with Buffalo Fanatics, and let's keep it moving. So we minimized our penalties today, and it was fantastic. Now, here's a question that I have. I've been sitting there. I'm watching LeSean McCoy today, and I'm not concerned per se, but I've been saying this the last several weeks, the last 4 or 5 weeks now. I said, man, he's lost half a step. And today, with one play, was the most evident. And I think that was the first play of the game or the second play of the game where I think it was a pass or a handoff? Yes, it was a stretch. It was an off tackle to the right, and he cut it back and went back this way. And The old LeSean McCoy would have busted it and gave you at least 20. But this LeSean McCoy just looked like it took him time to get to top speed and only got to 9 yards. I noticed that. That one play told me everything I need to know about LeSean McCoy this year was that it just wasn't his year. He's taken half step back, and he just doesn't look like the LeSean that we know. You feel me? So the fact that they say that we're going to bring him back next year, I'm okay with it. But we also can't be naive and not draft another running back. We can't. I like Marcus Murphy. I really do. But Marcus Murphy struggles in the pass game. He struggles in the pass blocking game. And we need a guy that can stay. I would love for Chris Ivory to come back. I like Chris Ivory. Chris Ivory was a breath of fresh air this year. However, we need a guy that is going to succeed LeSean McCoy once LeSean McCoy's his time is up. So that's one thing that we've got to really look at. Pierre says, Rico, who would be your defensive MVP of the year? Mine would be Milano, and he's played OLB. Edmonds at OLB would be light years better than Milano. Think about it. I do. I like Milano. Milano had a fantastic year, man. I can't even hate on that. Milano had a fantastic year. By the way, there's 133 people in this bitch. What's up? Good for y'all, man. Yo, keep rocking. There's only 52 likes though. Boy, y'all are better than that. Yo, get into that. Click the like button and let's keep it moving. What do we do with that running back position? And I'm not going to take away from Pierre's question with defense. That running back position, we're going to touch on that running back position. What do you guys think we should do with that running back position? Do we draft one? Do we look at free agency? I don't even know who's out in free agency to bring in, or do we just keep the core that we have in Marcus Murphy, Ivory, and LeSean? I'm not in the business of doing that, but you just never know. Now, as for the defensive question, who was our defensive MVP this year? A lot of homers would say Kyle Williams was our defensive MVP. Boy, you better stop. Stop your nonsense, okay? Who was our defensive MVP this year? That's a fantastic question. Milano I would say Milano. Is it fair to give Milano the MVP when he didn't finish the year? Could you still? Was he that light years ahead of everybody else? That's a real true question you got to ask yourself. Was it Lorenzo Alexander? Because truth be told, Lorenzo Alexander had a pretty big year this year, man. I'm a very big fan of Lorenzo Alexander. Ooh, somebody's a hater. Somebody said Raj said Peterman was our best defensive player. You're a hater. Leave that man's name out of this, man. But you know what? If you look at the whole roster, defensive MVP, it's between, to me, in my opinion, is between three people. And you're going to be surprised with the third person that I say. It's going to be between Tremaine Edmonds, because Tremaine Edmonds came on strong. He started to really slow the game, started slowing down for him. Milano, for sure. He's a front runner. I was going to say honorable mention was going to be Lorenzo Alexander, but Jordan Poyer had a pretty big year. People don't want to say it, but Jordan Poyer has been this guy was a big pickup. And I thought he had a great year. See, nobody's really saying Poyer, but Poyer had a pretty big year. But if I have to give it to somebody, I'm going to give it to Matt Milano. Milano was our best defensive player this year. He was. And you could tell the boy he could tackle, he could cover. He's taken away one of your better inside receiver threats, whether it's a tight end or a slot. He can cover slot. You got to give it to him, man. And it was a big blow when he went down into injury. That really stalled us a little bit. But then you had guys like Lorenzo Alexander that stepped up, and he was better than a lot of people want to give him credit for. And that boy has the old man strength. You feel me? And he's 35. He's only a year older than me. So I guess I'm an old man. But in football terms, he is an old man. But that boy has that old man strength, man. That's the type of hit. You know when you play pickup basketball, or you playing like flag football, or pick up basketball, the old man sets a big, strong pick. You know what I'm saying? And you run into that, you're like, shit, what the fuck did I just walk into? You feel me? And he's only like 5'7", $150. But they got like an anchor on them, man. Those old dudes, I'm telling you, they got it. Eyeball Billy. What's Eyeball Billy saying? Let me see. Eyeball Billy. What are you saying, bro? So let me get into my bag and start asking you, reading some of your questions. So My question was, A, what are we doing about the running back position? Are we keeping it? Are we keeping it the way it is? Or are we kind of going out there? Are we going after Le'Veon Bell? Man, would that ever make me happy? I think Le'Veon Bell is the best running back in this league. No question. There's nothing, nobody's close to him. It's like Le'Veon Bell and then the next guy. And maybe Todd Gurley. I like Melvin Gordon a lot. Melvin Gordon can play. There's some good boys out there, man. There's some boys that can play. David Johnson, I used to hate on David Johnson. Then I was like, all right, grew to like him a lot. And then he then became like an ant to me. So I'm gonna go back and start reading some of your questions. And let's see what we got, man. So I apologize. Sometimes I go on a rant and I'm feeling it because of the energy that I get from the room. So let's do it. Outside looking in says, amen, Rico. Outside looking in, man, you've been showing some love, man. But I know that you're also objective, and if I'm talking shit, you always usually let me know that I'm talking shit. So I appreciate that. Bill Harvey says that's probably why Hashka isn't doing very well with 3 different holders, and not to mention having the hip injury a couple weeks ago. That's a damn good point. That's a good point. Ever since our regular guys have gone down in your Schmitties or Bajorquez, you know what I'm saying? We haven't been able to just get anything right, and it's just been off ever since. And Matt Dyer just just not doing it for me, man. I do have something to bring up to you guys, and I brought this up in other chats before, and somebody fell for it. They fell for the okey doke that I gave them, so I'm gonna try to get it with you guys. Pummer says, had to come through again to say Kiko be the new Brian Cox. Great season of shows, Rico. You're the dog. Squish the fish. F Kiko. I appreciate that, Pummer. Brian Cox, huh? He's the new Brian Cox. The fact that you brought up Brian Cox is legit. That means that tells me you've been watching ball for a long time. For Brian Cox mentioning that, so I appreciate that. So here's the deal. I wanted to bring something up with you guys. Kingpin mentions the holder issue as soon as we sign Dar. Good point, Bill Harvey. Absolutely. It's a great point. Rico, do you think Levi Wallace plays will make our QB2 next year? He's pushing for it. If he didn't push this year, he's definitely opened some eyes, man. That guy played extremely well the last six weeks that he's actually been put in as a starter. He is legit. And it shows, man. Look at PFF. PFF has him graded as one of the better rookies that have been playing. So, I mean, shit. Look that up. Look that up. Are you good with Ray? James Edwards says, are you good with Zay and Foster? No, I am not good with them alone because Foster has shown the most consistency thus far. Zay Jones is inconsistent. Sometimes he shows up, like today. He had a fantastic game. He had 6 receptions, 93 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So yes, like, am I impressed? Do I like Zay Jones? Yes. Do I like Robert Foster? Yes. Should we add another receiver? Hell yes. Should we add another, maybe a second one? Hell yes. Because truth be told, I'm not sold on Raymond McLeod. Isaiah McKenzie showed me a lot of things. I'd like to see him back next year. Is he a lock to make the team? No. You know what I mean? He had a good little year, and you gotta think the name of the game is consistency. Bring that shit again next year. But Foster and Zay, they cannot be the only 2 guys that we keep. You gotta bring more people. You definitely do. Outside looking in says no one is a Cox like Brian. Nice play. No one is a Cox like Brian. I agree. Craig Peacock, golly, this guy came in with a big donation. Big up Rico Kyle, best Bills interior lineman since Fred Smerlas. That goes beyond my time with Fred Smerlas, but I've heard the name. So the fact that you can put Fred Smerlas with Kyle Williams, I'm good with that. I'll take it. But don't sleep on your Pat Williams that we had. We had Pat Williams that was really good. We had Sam Adams that was that was really good too. You feel me? So he's in good company. Kyle Williams is in very good company. But 13 years of doing this thing, man. Yo, respect. You got to give him respect. But listen, respect to Craig. Craig, my guy, man. Salute, man. That's big. That's honestly, I very much appreciate that. For those that are donating, man, because it's the last show of the season, I appreciate that very much so. But here's let me get into my bag before I get into it. Someone says that we're picking 9th overall. If we are picking 9th overall and going 6-10 this year, I'll take it. I will take that, man. We get 6 wins. We see a little bit of promise from our quarterback and the rest of the offense and the defense, and we can still pick a 9th out of 10th. I don't know how accurate that is, but if it is accurate, yo, I'm buying it. I'm great. Let me see. Guys literally want one thing, and it's I don't know what Bills Mafia 17 is saying, but anyway, is is Kyle Wall of Fame or fame of worthy? So, in our group chat, someone asked, "Is Kyle Williams a Hall of Famer? Is he a Hall of Famer?" Think about that. And in the top of my head right now, I can't think of like certain guy. I can think of two guys right now that Kyle Williams does not even hold a candle to. And that's not a slight on Kyle Williams. These are just how good these guys are. Warren Sapp, you can't hold a candle to Warren Sapp because that boy was a beast. You could not he was a disruptive man. Not only that, you have guys like John Randall. John Randall was as tiny as they come, but that boy had a motor and got after that. So when you just think of those two guys alone, I don't think Kyle Williams is a Hall of Famer. However, he is a shoo-in to be on the Wall of Fame. All those names around the New Era Field Stadium, Kyle Williams' name is going to be there in no time. No, and he earns it, and he's got nobody should even question that whatsoever. He earned it. He should definitely be on the Wall of Fame. Marcelino says, Rico, what do you think about Mizzou tight end? He's 6'5", 265 pounds, 30 touchdowns. Yo, send me who that guy is. Send me who he is, so I can check him out. Because right now that the season's over, I can jump into my scout bag and start looking at all these guys coming into the league. Epic Fortnite Gamer says Noah Fant. Let me write these things down because I gotta start naming. So now that I got my pad with me, guys, yo, start naming some people so I know who to check out. So I'm gonna be looking at Noah Fant. Noah Font. Is it Font? Is a tight end. Okay, Noah Font. I'm gonna write that down. Noah Font. Okay, now let me get into this. I want to ask you guys this question. Last few weeks, we've been getting a whole bunch of people saying that Danny Crossman should be fired. And if you guys don't know who Danny Crossman is the special teams coach for the Buffalo Bills. Are you guys familiar with Danny Crossman? And I just need a thumbs up or thumbs down. Should Danny Crossman be fired? Should he be fired and let go and relieved of his duties as the special teams coach of the Buffalo Bills? Should he be? Okay, so a lot of people have been the last week say yes, if you guys think he should be fired. Okay, now the follow-up question to that. Perfect. I'm getting everybody's answers is excellent. Okay, the follow-up question to that is this: why should he be fired? Because a lot of people are saying he should be fired because the unit hasn't performed well. We're getting gashed in the return game. We're not producing punt returners and kick returners. We're just not a very good special teams guy. Too many blunders on special teams. He's just not a good special teams coach. And performance-wise, we rank near the bottom of the league in special teams efficiency. That's what I've been reading all over the internet. And are those fair assessments to say about Danny Crossman? Yes or no? Yes, you can just type in yes or thumbs up or no. Right now, I'm asking you guys these questions. So far, I'm getting yes, he should be fired. Hell yeah, that's fair. His units have been horrible and hasn't really helped us after 3 years. After these years, terrible unit. Yes, he should be fired. Great. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. So most of you guys are saying that he should be fired because his special teams play and his units have been terrible and there's no room for him. We need an improvement. Send him packing. For the most part, you guys are right. He should be fired. You're right. And you guys know me. I've been always saying accountability. When you don't perform, you don't do well, and you haven't shown improvement, you should be let go. Right? So I must ask you guys this. He's been ranked lower at the bottom of special teams efficiency. All those reasons I said, he's not performing, he's not doing well, he's not getting the most out of his guys, he's not doing anything, and he's just terrible. So answer me this. What's the difference between Danny Crossman and Brian Daboll? Oh, so hold on a second. Let me bring it back. Brian Daboll, because one of the things that someone said was he's been terrible for years. Danny Crossman has had bad units for years. He's been terrible for years. I think Brian Dable has had success. Never. He hasn't been good anywhere. So why? And this is the double standard. Ooh, I'm catching you guys. I'm catching you bitches. So why is Crossman getting lambasted and just trashed all over the internet because his performance, the guys aren't working for him. They're terrible. They're ranked terribly. But yet Dable keeps giving, he gets chance after chance or excuse after excuse. Let me remind you, he's been ranked terribly for years. And this year is no different. He's ranked 31st on offense and 31st in the pass game. So I bring this up to say, shouldn't both the standards work for both men? Your unit sucks, and so does your unit. They both suck. So both of y'all bitches should go. Or is the problem bigger than that? Should it be Pierre? It's good, man. It's all good. They need to know this. So should the blame go on McDermott and Bean? Because if if you guys say, well, you know what? Dable didn't have a good O-line. Dable didn't have good receivers. Dable didn't this. Dable didn't that. He's just running with what he's got. I agree with you. I'm with you. But shouldn't the same thing be said for Danny Crossman? Because if the groceries that McDermott and Bean are bringing for Dable aren't good enough, then they sure as hell aren't good enough for Crossman. So how do you expect Crossman to? He's not the one out there tackling. He's not the one kicking the balls. He's not the one punting the balls. He's not the one fielding the kicks. So why is Danny Crossman getting basted on the internet, but yet Dable, oh, give him another chance. Give him another chance. Maybe next year. And this not just to fans. This not just to members. These are to the media, the big media, woo-ha-ha guys out there. You feel me? That sounded very weird what I just did there. But y'all catch what I'm saying, man. But Rico's the crazy one. Rico's the one that's always saying, fire Dable, accountability. You're damn right. You're damn right. That sounds like Samuel L. Jackson. Yes, you did, Brett. You're damn right. So if Crossman gets that treatment, Dable should too. If Dable stays, Crossman should stay. We're going to find out what McDermott does, because that is going to be very interesting, because he's got to explain to me how you let one go and keep another. Because you now the only thing he can say is, I didn't pick him, but Dable I picked, and I know that I have something that with him, but him I didn't pick him. He was here when what's that fool Marone the moron is the one who picked Danny Crossman to come in, and I've just kept him, and I think it was Marone. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to bring that to your attention, because a lot of people thought I was just being a hater and that's all I was standing on. But I'm setting y'all up to understand that this is a weird business. You know what I'm saying? It's about relationships. It's about all that stuff. And Crossman could end up staying, but it may be up to Bean and McDermott to bring better groceries to the team. If you want this unit to be better, bring better options, because a lot of people can say it was very questionable as to some of the guys that we brought on. The one move I will never understand is why we let go of Jeremy Curley. That was a solid vet in the slot position that we could have definitely used. You know what I'm saying? But we let him go because of the numbers game. You feel me? But anyway, I just need to get that point across. Thank you guys for playing along with me, because a lot of you guys got duped into the trap. Pierre tried to warn you, don't fall for the trap. Y'all fell for the trap. A lot of people saw it coming. A lot of people, you guys agree. And a lot of you guys, I opened your eyes to realize, wait a minute, there is a double standard. Oh, well. And a lot of people are going to say, fuck that. Get rid of this guy. I'm going to keep Dable. It is what it is. But I just wanted to open your eyes just so you guys can see what's really good. Craig Peacock, I really appreciate that donation earlier, man. You're a good man. You're a good man. So 9 more subscribers till we hit 4,700 on this Buffalo Fanatics, man. Y'all jump in this, man. Let's get some more subscribers. Let's get to 4,700. I'm trying to get by the end of summer. Hopefully we can get to, like, the goal is to get to 10,000. But if we get to 5,000 by the time the season starts, that'd be great. You know what I'm saying? Because I know there's a whole lot of Bills fans out there. So we can freaking amalgamate and get everybody in this bitch. Would be amazing. So Pummer says Crossman had his time. Dable. Ooh, let me get this one. Let me hear what you said. Crossman had his time. Dable only had 1 year with the dog shit SBs. You tripping, Rico? Am I tripping though? Because Crossman had his time, but nobody's giving him the right tools. You feel me? And the same excuse given for Daboll is he wasn't giving the tools. Nobody wants to give that to him. I'm just saying, man. Banco McCoy says we have the 9th overall pick. If we have the 9th overall pick and we got 6 wins, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. You know what kills me, though? The last time we had the 9th overall pick, let me see if you guys remember this. The last time we had the 9th overall pick, who did the Bills pick? Let me see how good you guys are. On the top of your head, I know the answer. I know the answer. Who did we pick? It wasn't Gilmore. It wasn't Sammy. It wasn't Lynch. It wasn't Spiller. I'm going to give you guys a hint. Defense. Whitner was 8th pick. If you guys think it's Whitner, it wasn't Whitner. Come on, man. 9th pick. You ready for it? Defensive line. There it is. Who got it? Rayner plays. It's Maben. Maben was our 9th pick. Do you remember Aaron Maben? That trash. So that number 9 pick, that scares me, bro. That shit scares me, man. Fact check. At the best, we have the 9th pick. Worst case, we have the 11th pick, which is not so bad. 9th to 11th, I'll take that. Because a lot of times we get a lot of these guys pick all the hype players, and then good value players fall behind. So I can see McDermott and Bean trading back maybe a few picks to gain more picks. You know what I'm saying? We have so many holes that we need to fill. So the more picks we get, the better it is for us. So I'm gonna put it out there. The Bills kept a lot of dedicated special teams players. If guessed, maybe as many as the team in the league. I have no idea, but our unit hasn't been very good. It hasn't been very good. I haven't. The last special teams guy that I thought that was the greatest thing since sliced bread was Terrence McGee. Do you guys remember Terrence McGee? I swore, man, anytime Terrence McGee touched that football, I felt that we were going to get something. You know what I'm saying? I felt the same way about Roscoe Parrish. Remember Roscoe Parrish? 5'8", 165 pounds, soaking wet. I loved Terrence McGee, man. Terrence McGee was my guy. I loved him. And then we got Roscoe Parrish, and we had Leotis McKelvin, but we haven't had anybody, you know what I mean, really give us that return threat since those guys. I know we had Thornton, Thigpen, Thigpen was cool, but I mean, he once in a while. Why do you think he got let go? He's a rap. Saran Neal balled out on special teams today. I got to go back and watch. But we're getting there. You know what I'm saying? We're getting there. We got some players that can play, and maybe, you know what I mean, we might have to keep Crossman and say, you got one more chance, just like they gave Daboll one more chance. I'm just saying. So before I get out of here, I want to read more questions. If you guys have players that you want me to look into, I'm looking into Noah Fant. I got to look that up. Anything else that you guys are trying to touch on and talk about, or maybe I missed on, let me know. Return threat in today's NFL, not really a big thing. Yes, it is. Are you kidding me? It is a big thing. Special teams is huge. If you guys are sleeping on special teams, you wake up. Teron Johnson took Saran Neal's place. Teron Johnson is a G, man. That was a big pickup. I liked him. I love the juice we played with today. We had the juice today, man. We played very well today. In the offseason, this coming from Aiden Rout. In the offseason, do we have a chance of getting Le'Veon Bell? Our secondary is elite. Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, Teron Johnson, Levi Wallace, and Trey. Absolutely. Everybody has a chance. The only thing that most people got to realize is that we aren't the only players with a lot of money. We ain't the only players at the blackjack table. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be some people. We're not the only players at the baccarat table. You know what I mean? At the craps table. There's some players out there. They got money. The Colts have a lot of money. I think the Bears are one of the teams that have a lot of money as well, and so do we. So we have to spend wisely. That's one thing that we have to spend is we can't just spend willy-nilly. And I think our GM doesn't give me the impression that he's ready to just spend a whole bunch of terrible money. Although some people will say that him paying $50 million for Star Lotulelei was a bit of a reach. A lot of people don't agree with it. We needed something to stick in that middle. So whether you like it or not, Star Lotulelei is stuck with us for the next 2-3 years. Got to get over it. What round do we draft a receiver? Andrew Buffalo McLaren. What round do we draft a receiver? It all depends on how far back we trade. If we trade back into the teens and the 20s, take him in the first round. Why not? But our main position that we must fill is the O-line. So if we can fill the O-line position in the first 2 rounds and then go receiver in the third, I can't see how we can't, man. N'Keal Harry. Oh, N'Keal Harry. I've heard that name before. I heard he's nice. And I heard this Hollywood Brown. I'm writing this shit down just so you guys know. Hollywood Brown, I've been hearing good things about. So I'm writing that down too. Takes up 2 linemen every play that helps Hughes. Absolutely. Star, they're hating on Star, but Star is not your guy that's going to push the pocket and get sacks and, create stuff. That's where Harrison Phillips comes in. Harrison Phillips is more of a finesse defensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? He's swim moves and spin moves and all that stuff. Star is just gritty. Gritty, push the pocket, hold up the line, and let Jerry Hughes get that money and let Shaq Lawson get that money. And you see Shaq Lawson is versatile enough that he can play inside and out. That's huge. It's going to be very interesting to see what they do with Shaq Lawson. Do you let him test free agency or do you pay him? And how big do you pay him? That is going to be a tough deal. What do you do with a guy like Shaq Lawson? Do you pay him big money? Is he worth it? Did he just give you hard play for the last 7 weeks just because, it's contract time? It's one of those situations, man. We got to figure that part out because I don't know. I'm on the fence with him. I'm really on the fence. Lawson trying to get paid. You damn right he is. Everybody trying to get paid, man. You put your work in. But he's shown that he's learned. He's shown that he's grown. So maybe this is a true, you know what I mean, guy that really wants to get his money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a really big fan of guys from Clemson because guys from Clemson, they fizzle out. Look at my guy in Kansas City, in Sammy Watkins, fizzling out. His I don't want to say his career is going to be done, but like my guy is becoming an afterthought. He's becoming an afterthought. Anthony Johnson, absolutely, that's the guy from UB. I'll definitely be looking into that. Absolutely, LSU and anybody LSU, I'm going to be looking into as well. What about getting Hogan back in free agency cheap? Why? I don't see it. And the fact that he went, I know I'm taking it personal, but you went to the Patriots, you can bug off. The same thing for Mike. What was that word? The running back that we had, Mike something. Y'all help me out with this. Mike Gillisley. Mike Gillis. Yeah, Gillisley. That's it. Mike Gillisley. Mike Gilly. Yeah, Mike Gilly went to the Patriots. Yo, get out of here, man. You gone. Don't need you. Anybody that goes to the Patriots, you ain't coming back. I don't want you. You out. You're dead to me, is what it is. That's the way I look at it. Andre Holmes was kept for special teams. Logan Thomas was kept because he could play special teams, and O'Leary couldn't. That's the crazy part. And then here's the crazy part. They all got let go. O'Leary gone. Holmes gone. Like, why do we keep these guys again? Like, come on, man. Y'all cut it out. And who's making the decisions? And that's my killer thing, man. Who's making the decisions to keep and to keep or to let go of these guys that were supposed to help special teams? But yet people want to bitch about special teams being trash. You get what I'm saying, man? It kills me. It kills me every time. By the way, there's 134 y'all keep watching and it's 58 minutes in. Yo, that's mad love. That's mad respect. If you guys think, by the way, that this is the end of the show and I'm not coming back until next year, y'all are on drugs. It doesn't stop here. There's going to be some stuff that we got to do. We still got to do POP. You guys remember POP? Process or problem. We still got to do that. Then we got to do State of the AFC East. We're going to visit all 4 teams. You know what I'm saying? And if there are new segments and new topics that you guys want me to hit as video, let your boy know. Let your boy know. Eyeball Billy says Devin White is good. I'm going to look into Devin White. Devin White. What positions do we need to fill the most, though? Do we stick to offense or do we go to defense? Because a lot of people are going to think that, yo, don't give up on defense. We can never get too good at defense and forget about defense and not go after offense. But I still think we still need to get a defensive tackle. I still think we need to get a linebacker. We can never get too many corners, but I think corners were pretty decent with Teron Johnson and Wallace. And I like Raphael Bush as safety. So I'm good with that. If we can bring Raphael Bush back, I'm good. I'm happy. I like Raphael Bush this year. O-line, running back, and receiver. O-line for sure. Everyone and their mama knows we got to get O-line. We must. It is a must. O-line alone will get us there. By the way, shout out to Jordan Mills today. I got to give it to him. Jordan Mills did not like what they did to his quarterback. So he, you know what I mean, him him and Buddy started playing patty cakes and pulling each other's helmets. You know what I'm saying? But it shows that you don't mess with my quarterback. So I gotta give him love for that. You gotta give love to my guy Jordan Mills. How do you feel about tight end? Ooh, fantastic question. Last week, Charles Clay was a healthy scratch. Never a good thing. This week he was playing. He had one good play today, where they gave, but the play got called back. Jason Kroom had a big play. I just need more consistency from Jason Kroom. I need more consistency from him. But he could be something very valuable on this team. So we just never know. What do the fans want to see more from this Buffalo Fanatics YouTube channel? Y'all let me know, man. What do you guys need to see more of? Do you guys like these live videos? Do you guys like those little 6-7 minute videos that I make, that I edit and do all those things? Let me know how you guys feel about it, because it's gonna be a big offseason, man. I feel like this is gonna be a big offseason. There's gonna be a whole bunch of things we got to do. And if you guys are interested in joining the squad, join it. If you guys know college football very well and you guys know it extremely well, and you guys feel like you guys can give up and give your knowledge, yo, hit us up, man. Hit us up, buffalofanatics@gmail.com, man. Let us know what's really good. Jacob Howland says, at Buffalo Film Study. Yo, if you're good with films, film study, you like that? Okay. A little bit of film study. We actually have that right now with our guy, Vinny. Vinny does a lot of the film study stuff, so it's really dope. Palmer says, sign Le'Veon Bell and Matt Paradis, the center from Denver. I know exactly who Matt Paradis is. Draft Jonah Williams and JJ Garrison from Whiteside. I don't know who JJ Arcega is, but I can look that up. But Le'Veon Bell would be a fantasy. But man, are you ready to pay Le'Veon Bell $17 million a year? Can you guys live with that? Because I'm even thinking about it. Can I live with that? John Patrick says, love the vids and POP. Good. Oh, live vids and POP? Done. I got you. Sean Kroll says, Rico, what site for tees and sweaters? You want to go to, actually check the link right now in this YouTube page. We have it right now. The link is up. Go click on the link. It's the with Teespring. We're with we rock with Teespring. So hit up our fan page with Teespring. It's in the link in this page, and then check it out. If we cut Shady, Bill Harvey. I don't think we're cutting Shady, man. They said that he's part of the plans, and I think that they're gonna want to keep him, and they'll draft a replacement and then call it a day. Trick says, I want to see how Shady pans out with a revamped O-line. So do I. I really do. And we're gonna find out if he took that half a step. If half a step he was a half a step slow, or does he work like hell next year, lose a lot of weight, get back, recondition himself, and get to it. We're gonna find out. Gerald Howard says, no, Bell is not worth it. I might be with you, man, because 17 million, oh, that's a lot of money. Rico and Le'Veon Bell getting old and being out of football for a year, not my RB. Yeah, but he's also a year away from being hurt in any way, shape, or form and keeping in shape. So he's a year fresh is one way you want to look at it. Trade Shady for a 4th-round pick. Juan Castillo says, yes, pay the man 17 million. He's got something to prove, Rico. Okay. I see you guys are ready to spend that money. I see it. I'll have a halftime show with all the stats and takeaways from the first half of the season. Okay, that's not a bad way to look at it too. Craig Peacock wants Rico Pierre debates first take style. Oh, you want me and Pierre to go at it? But it's not fair for Pierre, though. That's the thing. Sometimes I feel bad for Pierre because I get him and then I trick him sometimes, and he looks kind of silly on the screen. He gives you this look. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that to him. But Pierre does bring something out of me that makes me freaking go hard, and then it becomes entertaining for everybody else. So I think that might be a good thing, man. Try to get into it, because sometimes you got to find someone that matches your energy. You know what I'm saying? You can't have some dud right next to you, kind of, you know what I mean, keep killing your style, man. So if you can match my energy, and this goes out to every one of y'all, man. If you ever want to do a collab with your boy, just hit me up. But you better bring it. You better come with it. That's exactly what I look at it. What do you think about getting another defensive end like DeMarcus Lawrence and Jadeveon Clowney? Absolutely. We lack a pass rush. Jerry Hughes, don't get me wrong, I love Jerry Hughes. I think he's sometimes of a bonehead, but he still can get after the quarterback. We just need one more. Shaq Lawson showed us a little bit that he can get after the quarterback, especially today. But today, the Dolphins just gave up. But we need someone that can consistently dip, rip, swim, bully, you know what I mean, all that stuff, and get to the quarterback. I just feel we just don't have that in other than Jerry Hughes. So if we can get one of those guys, that'd be great. Mike Love, I like. Mike Love would be one of those guys I'd like to see more of next year. Mike Love showed he came onto the team like 2 weeks ago, I think. They activated him, or was it last week? And Mike Love I like him, man. He came on really strong in the offseason, and they kept him on the practice squad. But yeah, man, I'd be super dope. That would be super, super dope. Rico, a Pierre hater. You damn right I'm a Pierre hater. I'm a Pierre hater. Let me see what we got. McCoy and Bell, like Saints duo. That would be interesting, having McCoy and Bell, but you want to bring $9 million, giving $9 million to McCoy and another 17. You want to tie up all that money in running backs on your team? Come on, man. We can spend that money a lot better than having those two. It'd be nice to have those two, but we can spend the money a lot better. TJ Lovato says, I agree with you. We can have 3 constant edge rushers. It'd be nice. We do, man. We really do need that. Love frying fish. So do I, but you got to fry it with you got to put some seasoning on there. You can't just fry the fish with no seasoning. Put some seasoning on that bitch and we good to go. Rainer Play says, I can do more graphics this offseason. I did some for process or problem thumbnails. I've been working on my style a lot more. Yes, I remember. Let's get together. You guys, you know what it is, man. You know how I am. So let's get together, my guy. Freddie says, Rico, also, I'm interested in helping out with the Buffalo Fanatics and the idea I have for the channel. You should break down players at each position who could be great fit for the team. See, I do that with our own guys. It's called POP, process or problem. So I go through a whole roster and I pretty much say who is part of the process do we keep and who is part of the problem, who do we let go. And I do that. So maybe I can expand it and see who before free agents are out there that'll be a good fit for our team. So that's definitely a good idea. Hit me up on the side, man. Rico, don't want that smoke. Boy, you better stop. You know what I mean? You better stop. I want all that smoke. Bring it. Invite some of your followers to join FaceTime to discuss some major topics. That's something that I will definitely do, especially if I start going on IG. So our Buffalo Fanatics Instagram, if you're not on the Buffalo Fanatics Instagram, jump on that, because a lot of times over the summer and over the off season, I'll be going on and going live. So it gives me a chance to go live with some of you guys, man. Some of you guys get so shy. Nobody wants to go on there. They're all shy. I'm like trying to point people out, and everybody's like, nah, I'm good. Man, man up and get on there, man. Let's go. Aiden Rouse says, live streams are great, Rico. What free agent should we target? Can you just do a live stream about draft and free agency? I definitely can, especially now that the season's over. I'll be doing just that, which is really dope. Let me see what we got. Sean Crow says, overpaying free agency and for O-line, we need experience on the line. Don't forget we have Bodine coming back from his injury, so that should be somewhat decent. He was coming on a lot, and we just need to get rid of that whole right side of the line. We got to really improve it, and then we got to do something about Deion Dawkins, because Deion Dawkins to me did not have the year that I thought he was going to have. I really thought he was going to have a huge year, but he didn't. So we got to look. It's going to be interesting. Andy Levitri coming back to Buffalo, that might be interesting. He's a little older, but I mean, he'd be an upgrade on anything we have right now. So yeah, I'm okay with that. Is Groy gone? No. But I don't think he's going to be starting next year. That's for sure. Vince Maxwell says, how did you like Josh's performance today? I thought he was fantastic today, man. Except for that bonehead interception he threw that he just had no business throwing. But he telegraphed it the whole time. He saw it, dropped back. He knew where he was going. Sean Jones just was like, oh, is that what you're going to do? All right, let me just step in front of that. Let me go for that pick six. You know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, it was a pretty decent game, man. Over 60%. I've been telling y'all, 60% completion gives you a solid chance to win games. When you're throwing for 50 to 47, game over. It's not happening. Unless your defense is killing the game, you know what I'm saying? And you win the game 7-6, it's not happening. Groy is gone. He's trash. Yikes. Call up Ruben Brown for call up Ruben Brown. That'd be nice. Were you worried when they tied the game? No, I didn't care. To be honest with you, I didn't care whether we won the game or not. What I wanted to see was how our team was going to react at the last game. You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys that are trying to show out and impress the coach so they can be brought back on future contracts. So I wanted to see who was going to step up. So the win was just the icing on the cake. And look what happens, right? You have a quarterback that gives you an over 60% completion percentage when freaking our backup quarterback, what's his name? Matt Barkley threw for over 60 yards, and guess what? We hung 41 points up on the Jets. Today, we have a quarterback that throws over 60%, and we hang up 42 points, and we don't have LeSean McCoy go over 100 yards. So go figure. Percentage does matter. Telling you. Tannehill's trash though, so I mean it is what it is. I feel bad for the Dolphins, man. You have a quarterback that I'm not gonna say he's trash. You have a quarterback that's just like he's just like that's what he is. You feel me? So like it's like he's not super great, but he's not super trash. So you're like you're in limbo. And the Dolphins, what a terrible stat to have. They are like the epitome of 500 ball. They're either 9-7, you know what I mean, 8-8. You know what I mean? 6-10. But for the last, like, I think it was a stupid stat of the last like 8 years or 9 years, they're 500. So think about it. When you're always like picking middle of the pack, how are you going to get an impactful player? You feel me? So like, I feel bad for them, man. I really do. Rico, what are you doing? Sorry, Craig Rico says, Rico, what about Golden Tate and Jay Ajayi? Ooh, I love Golden Tate and I love Jay Ajayi. And Golden Tate is one of those guys. He's all about yak, and y'all know me. I love yak. You catch the ball and you show me what you got with the ball after the fact. So Golden Tate would be dope, but guess what? Golden Tate is going to desire a lot of money, and the way this team is going right now, I don't think they want to pay these skill players a lot of money. So I think they're going to try to build through the draft with the skill players so they can kind of manage what they got. But if they're going to pay a lot of money, you got to start from the interior. You got to go from inside out. Center, guard, tackle, defensive end, corner. You feel me? So that's how usually teams are built, and then you start getting your certain skill players the ball. But it'll be interesting to see what kind of route we go. Kareem Hunt is not coming into Buffalo. I can tell you that right now. Raj needs his question answered. You talking about Kareem Hunt, Raj? Boy, you tripping, man. Is that what you're talking about? Let me see. Raj asked, did you ask a question earlier? Because if you're talking about Kareem Hunt, I'm going to slap you, Raj. Raj Mataj. Let me see what we got. Raj says, why are the Bills being treated like shit? We never get primetime games and nobody went to the Pro Bowl. Okay. It's very simple. You want primetime games? Give me prime time. Give me prime time players. Give me prime time play. Give me prime time decision making. Give me prime time. You know what I'm saying? We don't have any prime time guys on our team yet. So no, I mean, we had prime time on Monday night. Look how that showed out. That was terrible. We had Derek Anderson trot onto the field and give what? How fun was that for anybody to watch? Derek Anderson going against Tom Brady on Monday Night Football? No, thank you. Kareem Hunt is primetime, but Kareem Hunt just ruined his career. Kareem Hunt may never touch a football again in the NFL. So Kareem Hunt is just there's no point in talking about Kareem Hunt. Josh is primetime. Josh is a primetime guy in the making. Yes. You know what I'm saying? But we need a little bit more than that. We need more than that. But you're right though. Josh, I'll correct myself. Josh is primetime. He's fun to watch. So people will want to see Josh on primetime cable. You know what I'm saying? So I could see the Bills being brought on TV because of that reason. But if we don't bring in more primetime players and in skill positions, don't look for us to be on any Monday night, Sunday night, or any of that crap. It's not happening. Sorry, guys. Sorry to break it to you. Guys, I'm going for I've been on for an hour and 13 minutes. Y'all want me to keep rocking? Golly, man. 125 people still rocking. I like it. We're only at 98 likes, by the way. Y'all need to boost that up to 100. So get your shit together and let's get to it. John Patrick says, do Bills need Anderson next year? No, we do not, because we have Matt Barkley. And then we can draft a young quarterback to learn from Matt Barkley. So we have Josh Allen, Matt Barkley, and young quarterback. So that's the way I look at it. Whether you draft one, bring one in, or there's a guy that you liked last year that got drafted by somebody else that gets let go. There's a whole lot of things that can happen. Louis Tammer says, let's do it, Rico. What's going on, my guy? Vince Maxwell says, Josh needs more pieces around him to be more successful. I agree. And he's going to get his pieces. Don't get me wrong. They're going to feed him his pieces. But they've got to fix the O-line first. You give him time behind that line, he can do a lot of things. Now, look what he did with Foster and look what he did with Zay Jones. And those are not two scrubs, right? So if you give him more time behind the line, maybe he can do more. Because right now you have Jones, Foster, McKenzie, Kroom, Clay, if they bring Clay back. But I can't see them bringing Clay back. Pierre says, John just hit it. Le'Veon is primetime for damn sure. But do you want to pay Le'Veon $17 million? Think about that for a second. You're going to pay him quarterback money. And that's what people have a problem with that. Now, the other way to look at it is once you pay a guy and he's doing what he's supposed to do on the field, nobody questions the money. They're gonna be like, yeah, he's paying you $17 million, but guess what? He just rushed for 1,600 yards and caught another 1,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? And he's got 17 touchdowns. I'll take it. I will take that. But if he's giving you 400 yards rushing, you know what I mean? 60 yards are receiving. They're going to be like, yo, we're paying 17 million for what again? So that's where your GM has to really bunker down and say, what are we doing here? How are we going to help this quarterback? Because when you want to help a quarterback, you want to know how you help a quarterback? O-line and a run game. Give them an O-line and a run game. Look at the Ravens right now. You got a good run game, and you got a Lamar Jackson that's torching shit. You feel me? And I can run the ball and can pass the ball, which I love, by the way. Lamar Jackson is still my guy. And you got a great defense. You have a chance for success. Look at these guys. They're on the brink of making the playoffs. All they got to do is win today. So you win and you're in. So we get a defense that's solid like we have now. We get a passing game that can at least increase from 31st to at least 20th. Maybe we got a chance. And we have a quarterback that wants to throw the ball. When you have a quarterback that wants to throw the ball, it makes a hell of a difference. It really does. Out of the first round QBs, he was the most electric? Absolutely, for sure. Not paying Bell may cost the Steelers a playoff berth. You might be right, Craig Peacock. They might feel it right now. They might be feeling it. And then he'll have all the leverage in the world. Ole Miss AJ Brown. He's solid. I'm gonna look that up. Receiver Ole Miss AJ Brown. I'm gonna look that up. Raj says, Rico, you elaborate too much on one question. Keep it moving. All right. So what's your question? Give me some more. What you got? If Denver wins today, we get to pick 9. If Denver loses, we're picking 10. That's not so bad. Wow, Lamar is having a career day, man. I haven't even watched the game yet. I'm getting better. I'm getting ready to get off so I can watch him go. And this is what I've been saying the whole time. You get a guy like Lamar. Remember, everybody was hating on me when I said Lamar Jackson should be drafted by the Bills. He can pass the ball. He takes over games. But I'm very happy with Josh Allen because Josh Allen does the same thing. Those two, I made a video saying those two are like the same. They're like the same, man. Telling you. I swear I saw this shit coming. John Connor has been just as good as Bell. Are you crazy? No, he's not. He's very good, but he doesn't do the things that Bell does. Bell can pass. Bell can run. Bell can catch. Bell can block. Every one of those at a high efficiency. And Bell has durability. Raj says, is Dennison better than Dable? They're both the same shit to me. But I think Dable has a bit slight edge over Dennison. That's just me, though. Let me see what we got. I'm just gonna go a few more questions and I'm gonna out of here, man, because I've been going on a long time, fellas. Anthony Simonelli says, I like N'Keal Harry out of Arizona State. I'm gonna check that out. AJ Brown from Ole Miss is a stud. I'm gonna check that out for real. Andrew Buffalo says, pass. Yes, he can pass. Don't you have you ever not seen Le'Veon Bell? They give him the ball, he runs out and does they'll give him the wildcat and he'll fake and he'll pass. Look up, you'll see for yourself. Eyeball Billy says, I'm happy for Lamar. I think 18 QBs will have a decent career. Remember when people were hating on him? He should go receiver. Are you nuts? Look what he's doing right now with this team that he's doing. He's about to lead them to the playoffs. Playoffs? Yes. Lamar Jackson going to the playoffs. Everybody's going to be eating crow. Talk about how terrible he's going to be in this, that, and the third. He can't make a pass. I saw this guy thread a needle of a pass last week. Trust me. He'll be nice. Josh Allen's going to be nice too, man. They're going to take their lumps, make stupid bonehead plays, but that's what you get with a rookie. So we'll see what goes down. Well, the Browns just scored. That sucks. EJ Manuel was our last first-round QB. Yes, he was, and he wasn't a very good one. Kevin Watch says, check out Michael Pittman. I will. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is it. I think this is a good way to end the 2018 season with this game right here. Let me just close this out with we saw some really good things from our quarterback. What a way to end it with 5 touchdowns total, 3 touchdowns passes, two rushing touchdowns, rushes for 95 yards, throws for another 224 yards. He has taken the torch away as the best player on this team, and it's only going to get better. but we must improve that line. That O-line gets improved, everything else gets better. And that is what they need to focus on this offseason. As for Kyle Williams, had a hell of a career with the Bills. 6 Pro Bowls, 113, over 600 tackles. I can't remember what it was, but like 600 tackles. Like, dude, that guy's a stud, man. That guy's a stud, and he's gonna be very well missed in this. Who's gonna be the one taking over to do the, you know what I mean, the hyping up people and all that stuff? I don't know, but somebody's got to step up and do it. But we're gonna miss that dude. That guy's legit. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in all season long. I appreciate it. It's been love. It doesn't stop here. The only thing that's not gonna be there is for the games. I might even do some after games, live games of the playoff teams. I don't know yet, but we'll find out. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I appreciate all the donations you guys have made all season long. It doesn't stop. The grind continues. And yo, man, keep tuning with your boy, man. Keep tuning with your boy. Remember, Twitter, hit me up. Hit up IG. For Buffalo Fanatics, hit up the Patreon. We still giving away jerseys and so on for the Patreon. If you guys want to know how to get to Patreon, click the link. We're going to be looking to make a new design, a new t-shirt design coming out soon. So keep your hands, you know what I mean, like Birdman. Keep it ready. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll keep it from there. So each and every one of y'all, I appreciate y'all. Y'all been the shit this year. You know what I mean? We're going to keep bringing it. So until next time. You guys know what the line is, man. It's your boy. And I'm gone.